Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome back to Purgatory, and we are back on the Heavy Splatling. It's actually been a pretty long time since I've used this weapon. I don't know, I've just been really enjoying using it again, and I've been using it a lot, so the video that you're going to be watching today is probably going to be pretty long as well. We got a bunch of good gameplays here for you guys. This weapon, while it kind of feels like it's overshadowed by basically every other weapon in the game now at this point, it just still feels so satisfying to use, and is still like one of my favorite Splatlings. The heavy edit is pretty close, but man, this one just kind of hits different. This kit in particular, the Vanilla Heavy, is really just the one I always like to use. I know there's the one with Kraken, but I don't know, man. I just like the Sprinkler, and I really like using the Wave Breaker a lot, just kind of throwing it out and seeing what I can get from it. It also is very helpful for your teammates. There's probably some assists in this video, probably a lot actually, because there's a lot of high kill games in this one, and it's gonna all be no commentary, but it's gonna be cut down just for the sake of time, because I don't want it to be too long. But if you guys like long form videos, then maybe I'll consider doing one that's maybe a little bit longer, but we'll see. That's really all I gotta say. The build that you're seeing is up on the screen now, and before the video starts, I wanted to just go ahead and show y'all something real quick. It's a little bit of how to get some extra stuff in the game for free. We got a Splatfest coming up. Basically, what I'm just want to show you is, if you go to the news down here, this should work on Switch 1 and Switch 2, but if you just go to your news section and then you go to, I think it's either the channel list or whatever, and you just, the best way I do it is you just look up Splatoon, and you'll look for the Splatoon 3 page, and when you pull this up, you'll actually get a bunch of articles. So they just put out a new one for Splatoon Raiders, so you can get a bunch of cool stuff. So you just scroll all the way to the bottom here, and it shows you all the splash tags and stuff that you can get for free. You don't, all you got to do is click this link right here, and I'll show you that here in just a second. But that also applies to every other thing here that they also released for free. So you can see it all. There's free download, anything here, anything like that. You can go in, and these will all give you some free gear. If you're new to Splatoon 3 at all, I would say just scroll through this. You can see a lot of good stuff. Like, here's an example. You can get some cool hats. Same thing with the Spring Fest here. You can get they have some cool gear you can get for free, even some shoes. We're gonna go ahead and just show the Splatoon Raiders one, because I didn't claim this one yet. So just scroll all the way to the bottom, and you just click claim your splash tags, or whatever it's going to be called in there. You skip the Splatfest, and you go straight to the lobby, and you'll see it right there. There should be this icon on this little computer. It shows the little red exclamation point. You just hit lobby terminal, you click get stuff, and you should have all your stuff here. But you get quite a few things. That's really cool. Spiral Light Islands mechanic. The Splatfest preview is happening right now. Happy birthday, whoever that is. You just basically go to this little panel, hit the teams, and you choose your team. Obviously, I chose Team Tactics. That's honestly, I think, the thing I'm going to start off with when I play Splatoon Raiders. And yeah, so that's really all I wanted to show. So I'm going to go ahead and go on to the video. Hopefully you do enjoy the rest of the video. If you did, make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe if you're brand new, or if you find yourself coming back. And make sure to hit that bell notification so you don't miss another video. And I got a pretty curious question, actually. Let me know down in the comments. Out of all the maps in Splatoon that aren't in Splatoon 3, what map do you miss the most? For me, I don't know how people feel about this map, but Snapper Canal in Splatoon 2, I played that recently, actually. Man, I actually do kind of miss that map. I had a lot of fun on that one. I do. Another honorable mention I'll say is the Reef. I think to this day still that it is the best Splatoon map out there. I know we got Robo Ramen, which is a really good one too, but nothing has really touched the Reef for me. With that being said, I hope y'all enjoy the rest of the video, and I love y'all. Have an absolutely fantastic day.